Hello, everybody. Welcome back with another Wine Thursday. Also, this time we're not going to speak about wine. We're going to speak about olive oil, which is, another very important, let's say, traditional product of the Chianti Classico area in general, Tuscany. So we thought it was nice to, dedicate a little live stream, little chat about this very important product for us. And also today officially started the harvest of the olive, and so it was a very nice opportunity to you know introduce this very important argument for us. So as I was telling you, it's a very traditional, another traditional kind of product from Chianti Classico area, and in general for Tuscany, but I would say for the entire Italy. But there are some differences in terms of not only the varieties of olive oil that you can find around Italy, but also in terms of the approach and the technique of the harvesting of the southern Italy part versus Tuscany, and in particular Chianti Classico area. So we're going to cover this little wine Thursday discussion, but also we're going to analyze a little bit the technique that we use to crush the olives in order to make the olive. So we're going to now give a little bit of time to the people to join, as always, and after that I will start to introduce the argument. Anyway, I hope that everybody's doing fine, that everybody's doing well. For me, it's always, as you know, a big pleasure. So as I always tell you, just leave a comment if you have any type of question, and we would be really happy to answer to everybody. So today, as I told you, we're going to speak about the olive oil production. So the olive oil harvest in Tuscany takes place between the end of October and the beginning of November, depending which area we're talking about. In this period, the olives reach the right ripeness stage. They change the color from green to black. This is called invaiatura. In English, it's horizon. And the olive harvest is done exclusively by hand when it comes about the Fattoria di Montemaggio. So generally speaking, it's very important also to mention this because nowadays there are several different types of machines that are going to help the olive harvesting, but we thought it was ideal for us to keep on doing that manually, which is a very nice thing. And what I want to tell you is that the technique I'm gonna describe now is something that we use, traditionally speaking, here in Chianti Classico area. But generally speaking, if you go in other part of Italy, especially the southern Italy, it's a bit different. So let's proceed. Let's continue. Generally speaking, the olive, as I told you, is done by hand. The olive harvest is done exclusively by hand. We decided to use this system, which takes longer than using machine, because it do not stress the olive trees, and there's no risk to damage the olive themselves. So that's very important, because in the long term, if you use machine, generally speaking, you stress out the plant, you create micro damages that are going probably to lower the quality in the long term. So to harvest the olives, we therefore use like a comb, a tool that resembles the air comb actually, and which allows to slide along the branches, taking the olives away, but without again damaging the leaves on the tree. The olives are harvested at the base of the trees using a net, basically big nets that is like surrounding the tree, the olive tree, and it's also underneath. And from here, they are taken immediately, basically to the place where we're going like to store it, usually for one night. Within 24 hours, they're going to be crushed. So obviously we bring everything to frantoio. We don't have a mill at the factory in Montemaggio. We are a winery, so for us olive oil is a secondary product, but we bring it usually at the mill. And there obviously we're going to use obviously this big stone mill to crush down the olive trees. I'm going to show you a video which is not fattoria di montaggio. This is just a didactic video, and the next few days we're going to release a lot of content about the mill and the frantoio in general. I'm going to So as you can see, there is this big machine with this stone mill that is basically going just to crush the olives, and then from that we are going, to have the production of olive oil. Generally speaking, this is a very traditional way, again, especially the fact that we are still using the stone mill. And what I was telling you, that we harvest using that type of comb that I was describing before, and collecting everything with the nets. This is very typical from Chianti Classico. Generally speaking, especially if you go to the south of Italy, there's like a tendency to just put the net below the tree and just waiting for a natural fall of the olives. And that's also the reason why, if you analyze the statistic of production of Chianti Classico area versus, for example, Puglia, for example, the statistic of production of Puglia is a bit higher, just because they wait for a natural fall, so the concentration in terms of olive oil will be less, but the production will be a bit more. Here we try to get generally speaking, a much more concentrated kind of product. The production is smaller, which generally speaking means higher quality, I would say, generally speaking, at least when it comes to Baraz. But again, the production is super, super, super small. So I would say this is the main difference between the approach we have in Tuscany versus the approach you might find in the south of Italy, which is not a bad thing, absolutely. You have an amazing oil also produced in the south of Italy. It's a bit different, just wait the natural fall. So it's probably also going to take much longer time, in the sense, like in terms of like waiting, but at the end of the day, they're just preparing the nets and waiting to collect the olives that are falling down. Here obviously we take more effort, in the sense, like using the comb takes more effort in that sense. But again, the concentration of the olive oil will be different, and generally speaking, also I would say the quality will be higher, and this is actually probably undeniable, I would say. Anyway, with today, as I told you, started officially the harvest of the olives at Fattoria di Montemaggio. So finally, soon we're going to have the new olive oil, because everybody was asking about that. We produce very limited amounts of oil, so it happened quite frequently lately that people were looking for it, and we actually finished it. So soon we're going to have it. So obviously, if you have more question about it, just again leave a comment down below, or I will also add in the comment section an email that you can contact if you're interested in the olive oil, or in general with the fattoria. And remember, on the website montemaggio.com, there's a chat which is connected with our phone, so you can just drop a message there, and we're going to be super, super happy to answer to all of you, obviously. So this is just to communicate with you about the starting of the harvest of the olives. And for us, it's super, super, super important to keep you updated about all those little but super important things that's happening. But obviously, in the next few days, we're going to drop a lot of content on the social media about the olive harvest. And for us, it's an enormous pleasure to share those moments with you, because both the harvest of the grapes and the harvest of the olives are like a party for us. So we want to be able to have more people as possible to join this kind of like celebration with us. So that's super, super, super important. And so obviously, when we're going also to taste the new olive oil, we are going probably to make a live stream tasting, and maybe we're going also to go a little bit more into details of different varieties and the different type of production that we're going to find in Italy in terms of olive oil. Maybe also it would be nice to speak about the different organoleptic perception, because as you know, if you're following the Wine Thursday, or if you're just a wine connoisseur, wine lovers in general, you know perfectly that that there are, you know, a lot of different organoleptic profile in terms of wine, depending on the terroir, depending on grape varieties, depending on many different aspects. And it's kind of like the same thing with the olives. So obviously it would be so nice in the next few days to go a little bit deeper into this argument. Obviously, maybe we're going also to invite some experts, so we will let you know about that. We're working on it actually, and we're going to be able to go a little bit deeper into this argument. So for me, it's always a pleasure to be able to do this chat. You already know that. So for today, it's everything was just a little update about the harvest of the olives, and it was, you know, super nice for me to you know, share about that with you. And obviously, again, if you have some question, or if you want to propose any kind of argument for the next few live stream, just let me know. The format started again, and every week we're going to do that. You know, usually around 7:30 European time, sometimes a bit later, depending obviously on the winery schedule. But again, we're going to do that every new week. There will be a new live streaming session. So anyway, for today is everything. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Ciao.